Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Big thank you to those who are supporting this channel. Kaka, there's something I want you to understand, and I've come to realize it today. Myself, I never had this insight before, but this is coming after my careful research. That is when my eyes have been opened to see what William Ruto wants from this affordable housing levy. Yesterday, William Ruto officially signed into law the affordable housing levy, the 1.5%. And after signing, the bill is now an official law. Meaning, if you don't follow it, you are staring at a penal code. Unajua ukifunja sheria, si unapiwa fine. Yeah. So, the controversial housing bill is among our constitution now. Yaani ni sheria ya Kenya sasa. Hii inamaanisha nini? I'm calling controversial because William Ruto ignored the courts and used the legislative process or legislation process to have his way. Alitumia National Assembly, akatumia na Senate kupitisha that bill. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this means every Kenyan beginning the end of this month must contribute 1.5% towards the affordable housing levy. Sasa imeacha kuwa affordable housing bill, sasa imekuwa Affordable Housing Act 2024. Sasa imekuwa sheria. Now, ladies and gentlemen, but the question I'm asking myself is this one. Is the levy indeed constitutional? William Ruto has signed it, yes. It is now an act and not a bill. Imekuwa sheria sasa. But is it constitutional? The procedure followed to have it enacted, was the procedure constitutional? The second question, does it in any way infringe the rights of Kenyans? Those are the two questions I am going to try and find answers in my analysis today. Now, a fresh petition has been filed to challenge the Affordable Housing Act 2024. Get the difference. We have been saying a petition has been filed to challenge the Affordable Housing Bill. Now we are saying a petition has been filed to challenge the Affordable Housing Act 2024. Imekuwa sheria ndio, but do you know it can be challenged in court? Ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Magare, a Nakuru-based doctor, Pauline Kinyanjui, Philemon Nyakundi, Shalom Nyakundi, and Jacqueline Orina, they have moved to court to oppose the act, citing that it attempts to introduce communalism. Okay, here is a new term. They're saying the bill is seeking to introduce communist ideologies. Now, someone might ask me, Kaka, what is communist ideologies? And what is Ruto intended to achieve from this? So hawa wameenda kotini wamesema ndio imekuwa sheria. But listen, the act is trying to introduce communist ideologies. Now, what is communism? I want to read it the way it is without missing a word. Communism is a system of social organization in which all properties are owned by the community and each person contributes and receives according to their ability and need. Oh, umenipata hiyo eh? Listen. Communism is a system whereby as an individual kaka, I cannot own a property. Anielewa? All the kama ni housing, it is owned by the community. Ukienda huko Masaini, unasikia there is community land. Hata hapa some areas in other counties, you go to somewhere and find land iko hapo tu, it's just a field. Ukiuliza watu unaambiwa, hey, hiyo ni community land. Anyone can go there and graze. Anyone can go there and play football. It's a community land. It's owned by the community, but not an individual. Now, in the Affordable Housing Act 2024, according to petitioners, they argue it is seeking to introduce communist ideologies, whereby, according to the definition, is a system of social organizations like the church. Is the church a social organization? In which all property is owned by the community and each contributes as by the ability and need. This is dangerous because of this. Kaka, I am rich. Sindio? Mimi ninajiweza. It means hakuna siku maskini atanifikia. Kwa sababu a communist government or a communist system or a communist state, kama wewe ni maskini unabaki kuwa masikini. Kama wewe ni tajiri unabaki kuwa tajiri. Why? The contributions are made as per one's ability and need. Kama mimi ni tajiri, my need haiwezi kuwa na yule masikini. We are going to have a state whereby all of us are not equal. Na Ruto amekuwa akiimba hustler na dynasty, masikini, mtu mnyonge, mtu tajiri, wote ni sawa. But then kaka, what is a communist state? A communist state, it's defined as a one-party state that is administered and governed by a communist party. Juzi, mumesikia Ruto akisema they are engaging the Kenya Kwanza family so that in 2027 wakuwe na one party government. Yani kama ni UDA ni UDA, hakuna vyama vingine vya kuunda muungano. Kama ni ODM ni ODM, kama ni Wiper Party ni Wiper Party. Hakuna muungano kwamba Kenya Kwanza that brings together a number of parties in one umbrella. So Ruto is seeking to have a one party state in 2027. So the petitioners are not wrong by saying William Ruto is silently injecting a communist state behind the scenes without the knowledge of Kenyans. And I'm saying this because nataka nikuchanue so that uelewe mahali Ruto anaelekea. Tunaelewana? Communist state is simply a dictatorship government. What happens in a communist government? In such governments, there is no private property and capitalism. Unanipata vizuri? Another point, in a communist government, one, the state controls all economic activities. Number two, the state controls mass media. Number three, ndio maana ukasikia advert zote zimepelekwa KBC. Sijui kama uliona hiyo. We are being slowly being introduced to a communist government without our knowledge. By the time wa Kenya tutaamuka, utapata tumekalia communist government na hatuwezi tukajitoa pale. Better tufungue macho sasa. One, let me tell you how this works. Mulisikia Ruto akisema 2027 tutakuwa na one party state, communist government. All advertisements umesikia media zimeambiwa mupate KBC, controlling mass media. In a communist government, there is suppression of opposition. In a communist government, restrictions on freedom of religion. We want our freedom of religion. Umesikia Ruto juzi amesema Kenya ni Kenya ya makanisa ya kiroho and he has no apologies to make. But constitutionally, Kenya is a secular state. Lakini Ruto mulisikia akisema akiingia uongozi, akisema Kenya ni inchi ya kanisa. That's what he said in a public forum. A communist state. Ladies and gentlemen, a communist state is a tactic that was used by the colonialists, whereby you don't have control over your ID card. Mumesikia ID card sahi ni 1,000. Sisi previous tumekuwa na control ya our ID cards. Ikipotea ni haki yako, naenda unachukua ingine, period. So, during the colonialist period, your ID card unaiweka hapa tu ilikuwa kubwa, unaiweka tu hapa. Number one, you don't have a freedom of expression. Serikali inakuja inasema kijiji fulani tunahitaji vijana 40 waende Nairobi kulimia mdosi, and you don't question. A communist state, a dictatorship state, and that is what used to happen. Colonialists walikuwa wanaenda wanasema kutoka Kisii tunahitaji vijana 40 waende kwa military. As a parent you don't question. A communist state. Now, petitioners further say the housing law is discriminatory because it outlaws corporations from owning houses, yet they pay taxes. Corporations pay taxes to the government. But in the new act, a corporation cannot own a house. It is outlawed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as much as William Ruto has signed into law the Affordable Housing Act, still it has challenges. And let me tell you, Kenyans, if we cannot wake up properly in the next 2 to 3 years, mahali mutajikuta, haki ya Mungu, hamwezi mukatoka kwa hilo shimo. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.